Hi everyone, it's Caro. So today I'm going to be speaking about time management. There was a topic that one of the girls mentioned yesterday on one of our mastermind groups that I belong to. So time management is a very controversial topic because for many people being busy is a label that they like to have. How many of you have had friends who have said, oh, I'm busy, oh, I cannot do it, oh, things are happening in my life, I'm so busy, I'm running. It almost feels like being busy is a label that people want to have in order to give the meaning to their life, and exhaustion is a disease that so many of us are suffering. And I want to inspire more people because I think that what I implemented in my life works very well, and perhaps it's going to work for you. So one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is managing your energy. And managing energy is quite an abstract thing, and not too many people, I think, not too many people know a lot about it. We are talking here about spirituality, we are talking here about wellness, we are talking here about good sleep, we are talking here about positive people around you, we are talking about energy in general and everything that is related with keeping your energy on a balanced level, keeping yourself healthy, keeping yourself in a good balance with whatever you do. And as this is a first step, and the second step would be to plan your goal very well. But before you plan the goal, you need to write down what is going to be your goal. Probably most of you have heard about the SMART goals. Goals are big. And as one of my friends said, goals are big if they bring change. So whatever you're gonna do, you have to always focus on something that is gonna bring change, either to you, to your life, to the life of people around you, to the community, or to the world, the bigger dream that you have. So a good exercise could be for you to set up an alarm for 5 minutes and just write down everything that will come into your mind about what you want to do in life. What is your mission? And then just split it in few sections. The section number 1 has to be about what is your goal in life. Section number 2 is about what is your goal in 5 years. And section number 3 is what is your goal in 3 years. Section number 4, what is your goal in 3 months? And the last section, section number 5, will be about 1 month. And you have only 5 minutes. The whole purpose behind having only 5 minutes is to just first thing that comes up to your mind, you write in the paper without overthinking it. Once you have that, I want you to take the goals that you wrote, the actions that you wrote in a section number 4 of 3 months, and then work on one of them, work on one of the points that you wrote there. For me personally, it has been last month, for example, has been all about setting myself up on the social media. One of the things that I'm doing is the videos, but it was the whole process behind, knowing first what I really wanted to do, and then collectively working on it and reverse engineering it so that it can be achievable, time bound, so that it can be specific and all that stuff. So in my case, after I wrote down the goal that I want, then I split it in actionable goals, meaning, for example, if I'm talking about how to be more present in social media, I can write, for example, just YouTube, right? That will be one action. Second action could be articles. Third action could be writing posts on forum. Fourth action could be being a part of creative networks, etc., etc., etc. And under all that goals, you can write down what else in that specific area. So for example, YouTube, in that specific area, what else would you like to do? Write down different actions which will be related, that will lead to completing that one action, that one task that you wrote there as a bigger task. And the whole point behind all that exercise is we are reverse engineering the huge thing that we have in our mind. And sometimes the big thing can scare us. Sometimes when we are not fully clear about what it will take, what are the resources, what are the people, how long will it take, we'll not be able to complete the goal because we'll know what to do. Simple. So the whole idea behind reverse engineering is first to be specific and focused on what you really want to do, but two, also to make it easier and less overwhelming. Being overwhelmed and being exhausted is an illness in our society. Way too many of us struggle with lack of time, struggle with lack of energy, and overwhelmed. Overwhelmed can lead to different behaviors. It can lead to depression. It can lead to starting to doubt ourselves, not being capable of seeing your full potential. It can affect your relationships, your work, your health. So it is very, very important to guard your energy and to be really specific and work with small sections. So coming back to the exercise, after you have all the small goals written down in front of the big goal, I want you to number them from 1 to 5, and 1 being the most important or urgent, and 5 being the least important or urgent. To me, the most important and urgent action would be an action that lead me to another action. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it will push another action. When I will do that one thing, I'm sure that it's going to push another thing to start happening. I think it was Chalene Johnson, who I'm going to link that below. Great podcast, guys. You really need to start listening to it. It's just amazing. I love her. If you are listening to me, if you look at this video, Chalene, mwah, lots of love. So Chalene spoke about that as well, about the push goals. So it has to be pushing goal. The goal, the action that will push another action. The action that the result of this action will be pushing to another action. Then I want you to look at your calendar in the next month. Then I want you to write down on each and single action, also the big action, meaning YouTube, for example, in my case, and all the other small actions. I want you to write a deadline. I want you to write a date by when you want to achieve it, or when you're going to achieve it, when it's going to be complete. Either of the two. Once you have the date, then you can start working with it. So the whole fun starts here. You know, guys, I'll tell you, it is so satisfying to make this exercise and to have the visual of what will you be doing, what is your plan for the next month. It's exciting. You're going to be looking forward to it. You'll be excited. Your brain is going to start thinking, what else can I do? You will start to be creative. You will have more energy because it's energizing us, guys. You know, when we know what we want to do, when we know where we are, where we know how we want to feel, it's energizing us because it's about creating that passion that you really want to create. It's amazing, I'm telling you. Make sure you're going to try it and tell me if it works. I'm really, really curious. This is what I want to do. I want to tell you some tips so it works for you, and I want to hear about it. I want to hear, maybe there's some different examples how you can use it. And I want you to share it because there's so many people who struggle with time management. And so the next step, after you have all the small different actions, and you have your ratings, and you have your dates, and everything is great, and you're excited, I want you right now, this is the fun thing, I want you right now to take the calendar, a visual calendar, either the one that you have on the wall, or like a small calendar, but it has to be visual, and just write down all the actions against all the dates that you wrote there. And you'll see how many things you have, but also you'll see how much time you have left. I want you to have a focus of a week. So looking at all the actions that you wrote down there in your calendar, I want you to be specific about what are you going to be focusing in week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4. And why is it important is because it keeps you focused, it keeps you consistent. You know that there's going to be something else coming up next week, so it gives you more time to finish one thing. As the book says, the one thing. If you haven't read it, I'm going to link it down below. It's a fabulous book. You need to start doing things from one thing. Don't do everything at once. It doesn't make sense. It's not going to work. Do you get it? You'll have the one thing that you want to achieve. You're going to be much more happy when you're going to achieve it, because it's going to be clear. You're going to work on all the details and all the small things that you want to do. And then you have to look day by day. What will be the focus within that weekly focus, within that one action? What will be the daily focus? So, for example, if I will write in the first week of June, I want to create a YouTube channel, right? So my first week will be around YouTube channel. That's my focus. That's my week. So Monday would be research, how can I create the YouTube videos? And how can I be subscribed to YouTube? Right? So that could be number one. Day number one is research. Day number two is open the channel. So opening the channel and setting everything up, writing a bio, putting the links, making sure that that people know where to find you, etc., etc. Putting a template picture, putting the picture on the banner, thinking about your title, thinking about what you want to talk about in your channel, just starting from the big vision. Third day could be, do I have all the equipment? Right? And if I don't, what else should I have? Do I have a good camera? Do I have enough space on my camera? Do I have a tripod? Do I have right lighting? Where I would like to sit? Where what days would I like to film at? How many times would I like to upload the videos, etc., etc. So that could be the third day. The fourth day could be the tools, gathering the tools. Next day could be writing down all the ideas about the videos, what you want to talk about, and making like outlines of the videos. Saturday, for example, can be your day for filming, and Sunday could be your day for editing, and etc., etc. So you always make sure that you have focus of a week, focus of a day. So 3 months, 1 month, focus of a week, of a day, and then per hour. I want you to split your day in hours, and it's so important, guys. You will find, to me personally, I always complained, I don't have time. I want to do so many things, but I don't have time. I have my clients, I have my trainings, I want to go to the concerts, I have my singing, I have everything. I don't have time. I'm so overwhelmed. You know what? When I started to split the actions per hour, I've noticed how much time do I have left. I've noticed that I have 5 hours to my disposal from 5 o'clock in the evening, in the late afternoon, until before I will go to sleep. And I could still align my working space and my working time with my free time and with maintaining myself. And that was amazing. I was just like, oh my gosh, I have 5 hours to play with. It was amazing. You realize how clear you are about how your day looks like. And you are also more clear about where do you lose your time and what are the unnecessary things. What are the things that will not help you in achieving that one goal that you want to achieve that day? To me, it was watching TV or, meeting with people that I can meet next time, going to unnecessary events, or just speaking to some people on the phone. It's just doing things, just doing but not doing anything. And and once you have that all split in hours and in half an hours, in every working hour, the hour that you are going to work in, write small actionable actions. Actionable actions? You know what I mean, right? I want you to write down actions that will be only 10 minutes short. 10 minutes short. So the big action of 1 hour, I want you to split in short actions of 10 minutes. And tick them off, tick them off, tick them off. That's amazing, 10 minutes. I want you to be comfortable with what you're doing. I want you to achieve what you want to do. I don't want you to get distracted. I want you to action what you want to action. And 10 minutes doesn't sound scary. When you think about 1 hour, it sounds scary. For 1 hour, I'll have to research. It's a long time. It's 60 minutes. It's a long time. 10 minutes is a great tip for procrastination, and is a great tip for people who feel like they have too many things to do during the day, or they feel like they don't have enough time. Because 10 minutes is not a long time. You can even exercise in 10 minutes. Imagine how amazing that day could be if you split everything in 10 minutes. People who want to exercise, who still don't have that routine, they don't have that routine built, a small step is always the best step, as long as you're gonna do it. Doesn't matter how long, as long as you're gonna be doing it. But it has to be very comfortable as well, because as much as you want to get out of your comfort zone, you don't want to scare yourself, you don't want to be overwhelmed, right? We're all talking about not being overwhelmed. So yeah, so I want you to split your hours in 10-minute actions. And make sure that the actions are push actions, meaning that they push the action they're going to be following it. I hope it was useful. If you like it and you would like to hear more how I specifically manage my time, going through my agenda and going through all my tips, if you want more videos like that, more practical videos, let me know. Write it down below, give me a thumbs up, and make sure that you're going to subscribe to all my channels, because things are happening. There will be quite a lot of exciting things happening next few months. And how do I know? Because I have the goals, because I have the actions. There will be quite a lot of exciting things happening in the next few months, and I want you to take the most of it. I don't want you to miss it, because it will be very easy. There's so much noise, so much noise. I hope that you like it. I wish you a great day. Much love.